Hey, it's Paul Blough, time for another 5x5, and we have a question again this time, and that's on how do I use a surge protector? Do I need to use a surge protector? How do I worry about power management? Or should I even worry about power management? So today I'm going to try to answer that question for you as easily as I can and try to make it just as simple as possible. First of all, the difference between a surge protector and a battery backup. Sometimes we call these UPSs, not to be confused with the brown trucks that you see driving around universal power supplies. We always have our acronyms in the computer world, and sometimes our acronyms roll over into other industries too and can get really confusing. So I'm just going to call it a surge protector and a battery backup. So a surge protector is a device that usually is a multi-outlet strip. That allows you to plug multiple devices into a single power source, but yet it has some special stuff going on inside of it that will allow it to dampen any kind of a surge. It's a time when the voltage comes too strong through the power lines to make sure that the equipment that's attached to it. Now, I do need to tell you that there's a difference between a surge protector and a multi-outlet strip. I get this all the time. Somebody will tell me that they've got a surge protector and they went to wherever, whatever store out there, and they picked up something and they got it for $9, and if you paid $9, you don't have a surge protector, you have a multi-outlet strip, by the way. And all that does is it takes the electrical signal and it splits it up into multiple connectors. That's not going to do you any good other than allow you to plug in multiple devices, provides zero protection whatsoever. A little bit more expensive device, a surge protector, actually will have a fuse in it. It has some circuitry that analyzes the power that's going through it, and it'll try to clamp down if there's any kind of a surge going through to protect all of that sensitive and usually quite expensive equipment that might be on the other side of it. So that's kind of what a surge protector does. Now there's all kinds of grades of surge protector. They start out at very low grade, very, very simple process, all the way up to very sophisticated ones. But basically the point I'm making is you need a surge protector. On the other side, we have a battery backup. And what a battery backup will do is it will protect also against surges. It has the same electronic intelligence that a surge protector has inside of it, inside the battery backup as well. But it has some additional capabilities in that it actually has a battery that charges all the time and will give you a very, very limited amount of runtime. Now, why would we want just a limited amount of runtime? Shouldn't we have a battery that lasts for hours or days? Well, you can't afford a battery that lasts for hours or days, at least not yet, not with our current technology. And so really all you want is about 5 to 15 minutes, kind of depending on what you're doing. Usually about 5 minutes is all you need because most often power goes off and comes right back on within about a minute or 2 minutes or so. And if it's going to be off for a prolonged period of time, you just need enough time to shut down your computers or your equipment safely. And that's what a battery backup will do. In fact, if you get a smart battery backup, it's the difference between smart and dumb battery backups. Nobody calls them dumb battery backups, but I guess that would be the opposite if you have a smart battery backup and just a regular battery backup. The regular battery backups don't have any intelligence to be able to talk to the equipment and say, hey, I'm running out of power, I need you to shut off. But a smart one does. It's smart enough to be able to talk to equipment, PCs in particular, and say, hey, I'm running out of juice here, we need to shut you off so that everything shuts down on a very safe and reliable basis. Do you need both a surge protector and a battery backup? Well, of course you do. Well, you just said, Paul, that the surge protector's electronics and capabilities is all inside of a battery backup. It is, but it's a lot more expensive, that battery backup. And so when a surge comes through, and we live in an area where you're going to get a surge at some point because we get lightning strikes all of the time, and lightning doesn't even have to hit the power cord directly. It can just hit the ground outside and it'll run down that power line and come in and do that damage to your systems and could completely wipe out everything you have, including erasing all of your information on any of your hard drives or any of your backup devices. So you do need it, but if the surge is protected by the battery backup, what will happen is that the battery backup will now be dead. And since you may pay a couple $100s for a battery backup versus $20 to $40 for a good surge protector, I think I'd rather lose that surge protector rather than that larger scale battery backup in the event of a surge protector or surge event. So how would I connect that up? Well, I would have the surge protector plugged in directly to the wall, and then I'd have the battery backup plugged into the surge protector. And then the surge protector is protecting the battery backup, and the battery backup is protecting the computer. And so now I have 2 layers of power protection. Honestly, you have 3 layers, because I bet you that whoever's providing your utilities already has some surge protection going into either your house or into your business as well. And so now we have these multi-layers of protection, and we're much less likely to see any of our electronic equipment damaged, except for if there is a direct lightning strike very near to you. In the event of a direct lightning strike within a matter of maybe 100 to 200 feet of your location, it doesn't matter what you have, because the energy from that strike will go through the ground, through the air actually, and will affect the electronics. It creates a magnetic pulse, electromagnetic pulse, that will go through, and it can even destroy machines that are not plugged in at all. So there's no way to perfectly protect against lightning, but you can dramatically reduce your risk by having both a surge protector and a battery backup. At least have the surge protector though.